Good morning, everybody. Brenda's out on vacation this week, so I'm going to be running this thing myself, trying to get everybody in here as they come in. But just want to give everybody a quick update on progress on the project. Last week, a lot of work was being done to finish up the block of Ashland there between Howard and First. Included a lot of the sidewalk and ramp paving at that intersection. You'll notice the Mid-American gas line that was in conflict there, and the center part of the block was lowered, which enabled Absolute to then finish the main line and curb paving on that middle block. We started doing the last bit of plant installs in some of the previous phases, both on Howard's, Salem, and Buxton, and getting some of those additional plantings in that were needed. Street lights started getting installed on Ashland between First and Howard, and the contractor was able to finish up some of the curb and paving at the B Street and Ashland intersection. Things that are happening this week, we did do our punch walk, which is essentially an inspection from staff and our engineer on phase 4, which is that first block on Ashland there between First and Howard, in anticipation of getting that block opened hopefully by the end of the week. Paving around the Justice Center dock area is going to take place this week, as well as the sidewalk on the south side of that mid block of Ashland, getting that done while we're working on that portion. Permanent signs are going to be installed throughout the project where there's currently temporary signs. Pavement markings should be installed on Ashland between First and Howard, I believe either today or tomorrow. I know trees are being installed on Howard, I believe as we speak. I haven't been up there yet today, but that block of Howard in front of the Justice Center is currently closed down while the trees get delivered, and they do install those on there. Permeable paver installation should take place on the mid block of Ashland, both tomorrow and Friday, I believe. And again, we did mention this earlier, but we anticipate opening Ashland between First and Howard, as well as the intersection of Howard and Ashland, either by Thursday or Friday. I think everybody's aware that RVTV is coming up this week, and that's kind of been a milestone goal for them to get this block open for that event. So we fully anticipate it being open just in time for the city to close it back down that night, but we'll have it open back again on late Friday night, and then opened all week and moving forward. Some things that are coming up here in the next week, they're going to finish the main line and curb paving on Ashland between Buxton and B Street. On the mid block of Ashland, they're going to start doing the seat walls for the benches and all the planter beds on the mid block of Ashland. That's kind of step one before they get into the sidewalk construction, which I would anticipate probably happening at this point the week of September 19th on that mid block of Ashland. But we will, once we fine tune that date and kind of get a phasing plan put together, they will go door to door and talk to all the businesses about that. And then lastly, next week, they do anticipate getting that B Street and Ashland intersection tied up with the sidewalk ramps and getting that all open back up. Hopefully that'll be open up here soon. Then things that are coming in the future, we just got to get the paver installation between Buxton and B Street, sidewalks moving forward on the 2 blocks. There's going to be some seed and grass plantings on the Justice Center side, and then a few other areas on the west side of the project that need to be done. And then lastly, once we get all of that stuff done, electrical poles, street markings, and all the signage that has to go in. At this point on Ashland, I still think we're sitting very good on our schedule of getting that opened. Hopefully everything on that wrapped up the first week of November, if not the last week of October. Thankfully, weather's been very kind to us on this as we've moved forward. And for the most part, they're at a point where rain really isn't going to affect them too much, especially once they get the main line put in on that last block of Ashland there. So we'll kind of keep everybody abreast on our progress throughout that. But again, I I think we're still pretty confident on hitting that goal of having everything opened up by the end of October, early November. So with that, if there are any questions from anybody, I would be happy to answer them. If anybody's got anything, put them in the chat, things like that. And I see a note here from Charlie, just said, just to advice to the businesses on Ashland to pay close attention when your building is being power washed after sidewalk is complete, so you don't have any damage done on the building. And yes, the trees are being planted today. I haven't been up there yet, but as far as I know, the trees are supposed to be delivered today and installed today. I have not been up there to see if anything's changed on that, but that was as of yesterday afternoon, that was the plan. If there are no other questions, we can go ahead and finish this. But again, if anybody has anything throughout the week between the next meeting, please let us know. And Brandy, if Ashland isn't completely open at Wine, Witches and Brews, can we make sure the intersection is open? Yeah, I'll talk to them about that. I think, yeah, at the very least, we'll kind of do what we did last year with Wine, Witches and Brews, where we have the crosswalks opened up so people can get back and forth. I'm pretty sure that's not going to be a problem at all at this point, but if we do hit a snag or a holdup anywhere, we will at least make sure that we have that done, because yeah, the paving of that intersection should be coming here probably in the next few weeks. So I don't see where that will be a problem. All right, well, if there's no other questions, hopefully everybody has a good week, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Charlie.